Welcome, children of light. You tuned into the Phoenician Star, and my name is Eva. We're going to begin by taking a few deep breaths in support of our life force energy, because it is by this energy that you are attracting whatever it is that you are attracting right now. And I feel like the collective is manifesting and attracting a lot. So you need to be careful about how you're breathing, taking the time to support yourself, taking the time to like have a quiet moment to yourself, and being mindful of what you are attracting. Okay. Excuse me, I have a little cough. Hmm. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get started. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's go. Uncross your legs if your legs are crossed. Uncross your arms if your arms are crossed. Somebody's third eye is either being activated or there's a lot of activity going on around you, a lot of insight being downloaded to you right now. That's not for everybody. These are general readings. Only a fragment of it may be intended for you. You have to take what resonates with you and leave all the rest. Um, my question is if you are ready to, this is a personal question, you answer it yourself or you can comment below, that's up to you. But are you ready to start making decisions for yourself? A lot of times we leave it up to fate. We say, oh, this is in God's hands, because we don't want to have to deal with the aftermath of if something doesn't go the way we intended, if it doesn't work out for the greater good. Then we can have somebody to blame besides ourselves. And that's not the way this new era is going to work. You are going to have to be responsible for your own actions, for the way that you behave, and for the things that you go after, your goals, your ambitions. You are responsible for yourself. We've got to stop blaming other entities for our lives. It's really up to us, okay? So that is the question that I'm posing to you. If you are ready to start making decisions on your life, for your life, I want to see what's going on in the physical world for you. Anything that you need to acknowledge or expect. Okay. I think these are 3 cards that fell out. Let's see. We're going to go in this order. You got the Devil, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Give me just a second. Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's it's like how can I put it? Not only deciding what it is that you want out of your life, but some of those things that you want may not be for the good of all. Some of it is. Some of it is your for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of your community, your family, whatever. But some of it, I feel like if you've gone through the shadow work, the underworld, all that stuff that I've been talking about in previous readings, you're realizing that some of it is very selfish based. You really want to look out for self. And that can be good or bad. You have to evaluate, what you and your morals are. But the thing is, you need to understand whether or not this is for the good of all or not. You need to understand the intention behind your ambitions. And not only is it going to take you thinking those things over, it's going to take planning, it's going to take communicating clearly with spirit as well as other people around you. Nobody is going to be able to read your mind. If you have something to say, you really just need to say it. You need to think of a kind way to say it. You may not need to go up and cuss somebody out, but you do need to think of a decent, maybe even professional way to say it, especially if this is dealing with your job or a business opportunity. Think of a way to say it and say it. You cannot stay quiet during this time. Communication is really a big thing. I'm seeing you being more open to communication as well as someone else being more open to listen to you. Somebody is developing a beauty routine. Even my fellas, I'm even seeing some fellas begin to exfoliate their skin. Good for y'all. um, some of you realize that being alone and shutting yourself off from the world has not really brought you any profit. It hasn't brought you happiness. It hasn't brought you anything except for maybe a greater understanding of yourself, which is not to be minimized in any small degree, but it's just that now it's time for you to go forth and put your most authentic self into the world. You're ready to do that. You understand that there's no such thing as perfection and that you're going to mess up, and you're being bold enough to take that chance. I see you got, you know how like in some bars like people have the little dart boards and you're throwing darts, you're throwing knives, and you know that you take a chance on missing your target, but you're throwing it anyway. You're shooting your shot, as they say nowadays. A lot of you have cut ties with past toxic energies, and it could be within other people and other companies, other ideas, you know, your past jobs. But for the majority of people listening in, I really feel like these are toxic things within yourself that you've had to do a little cutting ties with your past self in order to bring in like this new stuff. Um, it's like for a lot of you what you want is, it seems really really simple. You're really not asking for much. There's something that's being hidden from me. I'm gonna have to get out another deck, but give me just a second. My phone keeps going off. If y'all hear that, I didn't put it on silent, forgive me. Okay. Okay. A lot of you are done whispering to the world. That's the phrase that's coming out. It's like I'm tapping into someone for the moment who is not used to speaking up in crowds, not used to having their voice heard, not putting forth their creative works because they feel like they have very little impact. Like no one is going to want to hear what they have to say. And you've done away with all that. It's like you're I'm really hearing that song, You're a Big Girl Now, No More Daddy's Little Girl. I can't remember who sung it. I think it's been made over a few times, but I'm talking about the one. I want to say it came out in like either the 50s or the 60s, but I can't remember who it was by. Um, my daddy used to sing that song, but I can't remember who it was by. But it's coming across that your style of communication is no longer, you're not playing small by the way that you communicate and go about life. Your ambitions are no longer small, they're quite big. Even though they're simplistic, they're quite big for you. You had to admit, okay, these are the things that I really want in life, and even though they may seem small to other people, these are really big things to me. They mean a lot to me. I do want to get out another deck because there's something that I'm not seeing. Okay. Actually, there are two other decks I want to get out. It really looks like I am. I thought I was missing a deck. Give me just a second. You can look for more resources to start coming in. A lot of things are literally gonna seem like they're falling from the sky. You're gonna feel like what is that character's name? Chicken Little. You're gonna feel like the sky is falling. I'll give you an example. Everything, I'm not mainly talking about money, although money is definitely included. Some type of income that's coming in, some type of monetary gain that's coming in. But I'm also talking about other things, other resources that could help you. Um, to me, a part of wealth is having, excuse me, is having fresh or organic fruits and vegetables. I feel really wealthy and really rich when I can get like some fresh greens or like some plums and peaches straight off the tree. That makes me happy. I feel rich. I feel wealthy when I get fresh fruit and vegetables. So and recently I was gifted like 2 bags of plums, and I felt really, really rich. I didn't ask for this, it just came to me. Now, I'm not saying you guys are going to get like fresh fruit and vegetables unless that's your thing, but I'm saying that the resources, the things that make you feel good and wealthy, are going to start coming to you. But you've got to start taking deep breaths. You've got to start enjoying and being grateful for your life force. And it's not just in the quiet moments that you should take a moment to breathe. You've got to do it like in the midst of running errands. You've got to do this in the midst of a really busy day at work. Like, oh, wait a minute, let me pull back. I've gotten super anxious. Let me breathe. You've got to start enjoying actually being alive. It's hard. Everybody's worried about money. Everybody's worried about how we're going to make it. Everybody's worried about politics. Whatever. I heard something on a cartoon a long time ago. It's a Disney cartoon. I watch a lot of cartoons, yes. Um, but the name of the cartoon is Fun and Fancy Free. And Jiminy Cricket said, "What's gonna be is gonna be. The end of the world has been coming since 1903." And it's a cute little rhyme. Kind of. You might find it kind of corny, but I love cartoons, so it's not corny to me. But what I'm saying is that everything that's gonna happen is gonna happen. And you can worry about it. You need to consider it. You need to plan, but there needs to be a few moments out of your day where you're just taking a minute to breathe and be grateful for being alive. You got to start enjoying your life. Um, it is coming out again that you've got to make decisions. You really don't need to wait on the government or really anybody else to make a decision for your life. If you have a partner or a friend or somebody and you're like, hey, I need a second opinion, that's okay. But you've got to make decisions. You can't you I'm gonna say it like this and forgive my language. This is not the time to really pussyfoot. You really need to get in there and decide what you want for your life and move towards it. Um, you need to surrender to the sovereignty within yourself. That's how it's coming. That's how it's coming out. Um, it's not like you're lacking strength. Even if you were at one point, you're not anymore. And if you are, then lacking strength, then don't worry that you'll get it back. Here in the second deck, the devil card has come out again, but I wonder if it has the same meaning. Let me see. Yeah, it's like you had to confront the badness, the badness in yourself. You had to confront your inner demon, your inner devil. If you went through the shadow work and the underworld, as I was talking about in previous readings, then you saw what you look like as a monster. I've had to do this several times throughout my life. Understand that you are at your core just as nasty and raunchy and evil as everybody else, that you have evil desires just like everybody else do. You might have yours under control, children of light, because that's what you do. You're here to be a light worker, but you get angry too. um, you want to make things right by any means necessary as well. You have your dark side as well. And if you have not gone through this underworld to see who you are in the evil sense, then you're going to have to, because that's how you are going to make decisions going forth. You're going to have to know who you are at your core, know what is inside you, so that you won't be surprised when it comes out, because it may need to. And I also want to say something else. there is no way for one to be a king or a queen, an empress or an emperor, if they are not in tune and in touch with their dark side. You cannot be completely nurturing and kind and gentle hearted all of the time. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't work if you are those things, but there will come a time in every ruler's life where they're going to have to make hard decisions. And if you don't know your dark side, then every decision is going to be light and love, and you're going to get ran over, or you're going to get what is it called? What word am I looking for? Conquered. You're going to get conquered by something or someone else. So you've got to learn how to get in touch with that dark side of yourself. Don't let it take over. Very, very important here. Before you go into the underworld, if you haven't already, say your protection prayer so that you don't get consumed by your own darkness. Very, very important. But you still need to know it. It's okay to be loving, but it's not okay to allow yourself to be pooped on. Excuse me. Let me take a drink of water. Give me just a second. A lot of you, if you did go through the underworld, or when you do, you're going to learn how to love that evil side of you because it is just as beautiful as the light portion of you. Excuse me. Um, Also, for some of you, you saw a different side to your mate that you or your spouse that you hadn't seen before, or you hadn't seen it in a long time, and it made you have a deeper respect for them, or vice versa. This one could be flipped. They could have saw something in you and it made them kind of fall back in love. um, for a number of you, there is someone waiting just beyond the veil for you. I can't put it any other way. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I really can't say too much more than that because this is a general reading. So I have to say it exactly how it came out. For some of you, there is, yeah, yep. This is talking about, it's turned into love. This is talking about relationships, not necessarily romantic relationships, but all relationships, and yes, love is included. Um, you can look to have a deeper relationship with your partner, or for those of you who are not in a relationship, you can look for a very nurturing, a very healing relationship to come. This is like turning over a new leaf for those of you who have been with someone for a long time. Um, this is going to change the trajectory. How do I say that? Trajectory of your life. It's gonna it's gonna change your whole aim, because when someone is fully supported, then they feel like they can be their most authentic self. They can go on. They can do more. They can conquer more. And this is going to be the deal with you. When you feel like you are supported in life with friends, your family, your partner, then you can go on and do whatever it is that God has planned for you to do, or that you have planned for yourself to do. I'm hearing the rest is over. It's like you're ready to get to work. Um, yeah. You're no longer pinned down. Wishes are coming true. You are attracting a lot to you. You're really powerful right now, whether or not you feel it. Yeah, these are good things. A lot better than the underworld stuff, which was necessary. I'm not talking about it. Necessary and fun. Um, a lot of you have learned to, or you're going to learn to appreciate your rage. It is going to be very freeing. You are going to like break toxic cycles and chains by honoring your anger. You understand that whatever you went through within the past several months, it was for a reason, but now is your season of change. You are ready to develop your creativity. You are ready to heal your sacral chakra, your sexual energy, your creative energy. You are understanding that you have a really good vibe, for lack of a better phrase. A lot of you are finding out that you're pregnant. You're going to find out that you're pregnant. Your children are going to be healed through you. You are not ready to hide behind the cloak anymore. You don't mind people seeing you for who you are. You are your flawed self, and that's okay. You are ready to tap into the pleasure of life, the love of life. Really just want to enjoy being alive and harvest whatever you can within this world while you are still alive. Um, you have gone through a really radical rebirth. You feel safe in who you are because you know who you are. No one can tell you what your flaws are because you already know. You have befriended your demons. And if you have not, then please go back and listen to the previous readings about going through the underworld and doing shadow work. And just take it slowly. You don't have to rush because what is for you is for you. And the longer you take down there, then maybe the stronger you'll be. I really don't know. It's going to be different for each person, but always please pray that protection prayer. You are not afraid to shine your light because you know what the darkness looks like. So you understand the necessity of light, and you're able to do that because I'm getting a sense of just really unbotheredness. You're not bothered by anything. You've seen the worst of it all. You are done with the scarcity mindset because you realize that not only do you not this is a time where not only do you not have enough, the majority of the world doesn't have enough sleep, doesn't have enough happiness, has an anxiety about food shortages, doesn't have enough faith in their government. Whatever the scarcity mindset and feeling is, everybody has it. And now I feel like a lot of you have always felt this way, but because now this is a collective energy and everybody is without, you're like, wait a minute, there's nothing wrong with me. You know how they say misery loves company? That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. You're like, okay, it's not just me. It's not just me being broke down and poor, it's everybody. So let me just be happy. You know, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that is the sense that I'm getting. You need to really pay attention to your intuition. Always go with your gut instinct. And I feel like a lot of you don't need to hear me say that because you're gonna do that anyway. But for those of you who are still second guessing yourself, you don't have to do that anymore. Especially if you've gone through the darkness, now you know. So move about the world as you know. You are done with shame. You are done with allowing people to make you feel bad for being your most authentic self, for being weird, for being quirky, for being a nerd, for not being the smartest person in the room because you realize, okay, what's so important about being the smartest person in the room? They just as broke down as you are in spirit and heart and in money. There is no separation between you and them anymore. We are reflections of each other. We are all going through our own life experiences. And because you know this, you're able to move about the world unafraid of other people and their judgments and their perceptions of you. You are stronger in who you are. Congratulations. You are welcoming change. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. For one, I'm a fast talker anyway, and for two, the messages are coming down really fast. So I have to like give them out as clearly as they're given to me, as fast as they're given to me. You're celebrating change. You're wanting it. I'm seeing somebody baking a cake to celebrate the change in the seasons. I'm seeing somebody celebrate the things that the fact that your house is a portal for change. You are getting to understand that, and you're walking through each room knowing that your life is going to be a constant cycle of change. You're appreciating that, and you are ushering in positive change for your life because you've already seen what it's like to be on the darker side of change. This is a new season. No more dark stuff. Go into it being happy. You know what's around you. You are aware. Be happy, be joyful, be full of love of yourself. Yeah, the joy came out. I think I said that already though. Um, and again, when you need to talk, when there's something that you need to say it. If there's a certain way that you want to dress like it. Stop holding. This is for a certain group of people. This is for a certain group of people. You've got a lot of clothes in your closet that you've never worn. The tag is still on them. You've been waiting for the perfect moment to wear those outfits, and for for okay, two different groups. For one group, your time is coming, and you're going to that perfect moment to wear that outfit is going to come. For others of you, there's never going to be a perfect moment. Wear your clothes in your closet because your body is changing and you're not going to be able to wear it soon. So go ahead, walk around the house in that outfit if you need to. Stop just hoarding stuff for a rainy day because it may never rain, if that makes sense. Um, could you clarify this card, please? Okay. You are understanding that it is your divine birthright to be happy. I'm not going to over explain that. I just want you to take 30 seconds to let that settle. It is your divine birthright to be happy. A lot of you have got this grounding thing under control. You know how to get grounded. You know how to go outside. You're learning how to take deep breaths. You are beginning to exercise. You're beginning to move your body around. You've got that under control. You've got this cutting cord things under control. It's like you don't care anything about cutting anybody off. You'll cut them off quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's good to know. A lot of you are healing your sexual energy, your creative energy, which came out earlier. Um, is there anything? I feel like there's something. Yeah, yeah. As awkward as this may sound, I don't know how it's going to come, but the world, universe, spirit, God is going to support you in healing this sexual energy, this creative energy of yours, okay? You will be assisted in this. Anything else? You need to love yourself fearlessly if you don't already. You need to look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm ugly. Yeah, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm short. Yeah, I stutter. Yeah, I've been a bad person in my life. Yeah, I've lied. Yeah, I've cheated. Yeah, I've been a thief. But now I'm not those things anymore, and I fearlessly love myself. You can't tell me what my flaws are because I fearlessly love me. I always do the right thing because that's who I am now. Yeah. You need to expect miracles. You need to do some chakra alignment, some chakra healing. Get you some candles that are, red, orange, yellow, green. Is it blue, purple, and white? If I ran through that kind of fast, research the chakra that feels most out of alignment to you, its associated color, and light a candle in regard to that to try to help to clear that energy out. That is going to help you a lot if you start working by colors, working with colors, wearing the colors that make you feel most vibrant. There's a lot of rainbow colors around you, and this has something to do with your aura as well as something. A lot of you have already received your light cloak back. Not all of you. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah. Some of you need to do the chakra healing. Some of you need to heal with colors, crystals, and a lot of you have gotten your light cloak back. I did a reading not too long ago about taking off your light cloak and walking as a human. If you want to go back to that and listen, you can. I can't. Sorry, y'all, my phone keep going off. Um, hmm, that made me forget what I was saying. I guess it's not important. I'll move on. Stop resisting change. If you are, stop resisting the true nature of who you are, your rage, your lust, your love. If you want to love someone wholeheartedly, then do that. Make sure you're not hurting anybody or neglecting anybody and all that other stuff, but stop suppressing the side of you that you have put asunder. Don't do that anymore. Allow that to shine because that makes you who you are. That's going to make you more relevant, more appealing. It's going to attract the things that you want to attract in your life, being grounded and vulnerably human, if I can put it that way. You are no longer this wounded warrior. Oh, I'm so sorry. Two things about the wounded warrior. For some of you, you are not the wounded warrior. Okay, I have to put it like this. You are not the wounded warrior in the sense that you cannot function because you are so traumatized by your past experiences. You are no longer that type of wounded warrior, wounded healer. but you still are because you acknowledge the things that happened to you. You acknowledge the healing process that you had to go through, and now you are more capable, more able to go out and help those who have gone down, who are going down the same path that you have just completed, that you just finished off with. Okay, so there is a good thing about being a wounded healer if you have healed from the wounds. There's really no way that I can put that. This also, this is the end of self-sabotage. Completely cut it out. You are no longer your own worst enemy. Everybody else is counting you out, and you will not, cannot, should not do that to yourself. If you are still doing that as of right now, go back and do your shadow work, okay? Um, somebody still feels hurt because of a betrayal. You're gonna have to get rid of that part. You're not going to want to hear this. You're going to have to forgive them, because forgiveness is not for you, for them. I'm sorry. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. You want to move on, you want to attract all this good stuff, you need to forgive the person who hurt you. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to harp on it. Let's move on. Um, Everything that you gave them is going to come right back to you. That's the only time I'm going to say that. Um, um, There is a group of people who have been sucking away your life force energy, and the entire universe is now conspiring to make it the other way around. They will give you back everything that they have taken from you, from your ancestors. All of it is about to line up divinely. That's why the Bible says, "Vengeance is mine," says the Lord. Um, that's too deep. I can't tap into that. That's too deep. Okay. But I really want to. Anything else on that? Mm. What, you're not wishing for the downfall of your enemies. That has never been the case. You're not really wishing for their downfall. Do you want them to get their karma? Yeah, you do, but you're not really wishing for anybody to transition, for them to leave this world. And if you are, then hey, I'm trying to keep my personal opinion out of it. But I don't think you guys are really, really praying for the downfall of your enemy. But this is really global. It has things. Okay, this is on a small scale and small relationship things between family, between spouses, between significant others. Them getting their karma back. Yeah, they are. But it's really on a widespread thing. This is like, I'm not saying that this is gonna happen, but I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but I want to give you an idea of how big this is. Um, you know how land was stolen from the natives, and it feels like now they're gonna get back what is theirs. And I don't see any bloodshed or anything like that. I really don't see that, but it's just like the universe is just kind of turning things around to where they can get the things that were stolen from them. Now, it may not come in the way that I'm saying, but it is the sense of it. And I can't, my human mind can't put it any different way than that. It's like, for hundreds and hundreds of years, slaves worked for free without pay, and now things are shifting, and the descendants are now going to get their pay. I'm not saying reparations are coming. I'm just saying that things are shifting to where whatever was stolen is going to be replaced. Okay, I really can't put it any other way than that, because this is the limitation of my human mind. Sometimes it's really hard for me to translate what is going on in the spiritual world to human language, and I can't put it any other way than that. Now back to you personally. Give me a second. um, You now feel worthy of miracles, of blessings, of love, of tenderness, of joy, of success. There's a difference between what was then and what is now. It's like you kept replaying something in your mind. I was like, well, I don't really deserve to be rich. I don't really deserve to be wealthy. I don't deserve to be loved. Look at all the things I did. Hey, I cheated on someone in the past. Hey, I used to be a liar. Hey, I stole that piece of candy when I was 5 years old. I don't deserve XYZ. And you've confronted all of that stuff and you're done with it. You're like, okay, I am done self-sabotaging myself. I am worthy of good things. I am worthy of joy, of love, of money, of success, whatever the case may be. This is a complete level up. When I'm talking about leveling up, I mean like you're gonna be 6 steps ahead of what you thought you were gonna be. You thought you were gonna be scraping the ground for the rest of your life, and you're not. It's almost like your feet will not touch the ground in this new era. Um, this is all because you were determined enough to face your shadows, to go through the underworld, to heal, to grow, to take the time to sit down and kind of be by yourself and see what is it about me that I don't like? How can I change? How can I become a better person? How can I help those in need? You were determined enough to heal something that was sick inside of you, and because you showed that type of determination, the universe is going to repay you. Um, you're an alchemist. You have turned negative energy into positive energy. You have taken your demons and your enemies and turned them into friends. Um, you have taken your grief and turned it into joy. You have manifested that of your desires. You have taken off the mask and allowed everyone to see both sides of your face. It's like you're two-faced. What I mean by two-faced is like you have an evil side, you have a good side, and you're allowing the world to see both sides of you. That you have a dual nature, and you're okay showing that. It's like you get whatever you pull out of me. If somebody steps to you and wants to fight and they are throwing the first lick or they're making you feel threatened, then they're gonna get the beast. If they are coming to you and they're showing you love and appreciation and respect, then that's what they're gonna get in return. As much as I hate to match energy, I feel like that's what this is, that you will match energy with someone. You will fight for your life if you need to, but at the same time you will love for your life. You will fight for your life and you will love for your life. It just depends on the situation. Um, is there anything else? I don't have but 2 more cards. I'm just gonna pull them on out. You shot well, how do I put it? We was just talking about shoot your shot, and you shot the arrow and you hit your target. You may not see it just yet, but the target is hit. Um, the truth of the matter is, despite what you look like on the outside, your soul is amazingly beautiful. You are an amazingly beautiful spirit. You see it, and because you see it, other people are going to start seeing it and they're going to respect you for it, and doors are going to fly open. It's like Moses parting the waters. It's just everything is just gonna part for you. Okay. I am gonna have to leave it at that. It wound up being a longer reading than what I thought, which is okay. I'm fine with that. I wish you guys luck. Thank you for tuning in, and follow your own star.